What's up guys, and welcome back to a brand new video here today on my channel. And today we're going to be taking a look at the version 3.4 patch notes that has just dropped in Fortnite Battle Royale March 20th 2018. So let's get started. It says, welcome to Fortnite Battle Royale version 3.4 updates. Powerful and mighty, the new release guided missile can devastate targets. Complete control right at your fingertips. Skilled players can take advantage of its range and maneuver away to get around cover and land to the final blow on their opponents. This update delivers several highly requested quality of life improvements of Save the World, such as the introduction of Combat Pro control scheme and removal of energy from sprinting. Hop around, you will be sure to find lots of Easter eggs. Happy hunting. So they added Easter eggs in the guided missile to Fortnite. The guided missile take down forts with a more personal touch, so it's controllable. Sniper Shootout Volume 2 Battle Royale. Play Peekaboo in Sniper Shootout Volume 2 Hunting Rifle and Crossbow added. Magnum removed for Fortnite Battle Royale. I think it's alive now as I speak. The three Husketeers quest line Save the World is now live, I think, or is going to be added. Rabbit Raider is going to be added. It's like a skin for Save the World, and it's going to be Miss Bunny Penny also. Now we're going to get down to the general. The next phase of crossplay improvements on console. You now can add, remove, or manage epic friends from the main menu. So that means like adding friends, like it's from PC, I think. You now can send, receive, and respond to crossplay party invites. So you can now respond to that or send them through, like, if you have an Xbox, just you can send an invite from PC, I'm guessing, or receive them from PC players or PS4. Another general thing is enable toggling of full screen mode with Alt and Enter on PC and Option plus Enter on a Mac. Increase the brightness of visibility of ammo boxes now. They increase the brightness for those. Bug fixes. Fix the rare bug where players could be launched up in the air after colliding with the world in tight spaces. So if you guys seen the glitch how to fly in the air, I think they patched that stating that. Fix the edit mode UI appearing over non-player building structures. In some cases, they fix other players not appearing to move smoothly while jumping. They fix some keys on non-keyboard keyboards becoming unbound after restarting. They fixed the video settings screen not updating properly after full screen mode is toggled. For known issues. Wanting to track the community, top community issues, head over to the Fortnite community issues board. You can do that if you want to look at more of those. Now for the Battle Royale part. Weapons and items. Guided missile was added. Stats for those as is followed. Damage to player epic is 105, legendary is 110. So this is basically like the RPG, but in guided missile form. Damage to environment is 1,000. What the heck? So this can do quite amount of damage. The lifetime is 18 seconds, so you have 18 seconds to guide through and do your business with it. Time between shots is 3.13 seconds. Rocket speed is 1300 units a second, so it goes pretty quick. Rocket health is 100, so they are able to shoot down your rocket if they shoot at it. Take direct control of the missile after it's fired. Once you take on the missile's point of view, you're unable to move your character. So it's basically you're going into another screen when you do that. Disconnect from the missile at any time in which the missile will continue its trajectory. So I think it won't be able to move anymore. Move slightly slower than a regular rocket, but does the same damage. Okay, I said that. Epic and legendary rarity it uses rocket ammo found in treasure chests and supply drops. Adjusted rarity colors on shotguns to more closely represent their effectiveness. Note, characteristics such as weapon damage, drop chances, and completely changed. Tactical shotguns are now common, uncommon, rare. Was uncommon, rare, and epic. So they changed tactical shotguns. So instead of the epic now, the purple tac is no more in this game anymore. The pump shotgun are now uncommon, rare. Was uncommon and common. So the pump shotgun is now rare, is blue. What the heck? That's a big change that they added. Not just because of the tack of not having a epic anymore, but the pump shotguns are now blue form. That's weird. The egg launcher has been added as a seasonal item that replaces the grenade launcher. Increase the launch pad drop rate by 25% so you can see more launch pads. Now bug fixes for the weapons. Issues with the boogie bomb are fixed and this item is now re-enabled. Fixed an issue which caused spike traps to trigger when a player stands on top of the wall of the trap is attached to. Fixed an issue which prevented players from entering ADS mode landing when they hold the aim button while jumping. They fixed an issue which caused a hunting rifle to fire inaccurately when crouched or at close range. The remote explosives detonator is now correctly removed from the inventory if another player destroys your placed explosives and you have no more in your inventory, so they get rid of that. Fix the bug where players could remain in sprint while using the remote explosive detonator but not play the detonator animation. Okay. Now heading to the gameplay for Battle Royale. A limited time mode, Sniper Shootout Volume 2. Hunting rifle and crossbow added. Revolver removed. Downed stated is disabled. Down players are immediately eliminated. Keep in mind, you cannot pick up your teammates anymore when you play this new game mode, which is gonna suck, kind of, but the games are gonna be faster, most likely. Legendary weapons can only be found in supply drops. Epic weapons can only be found in treasure chests. Heavy ammo drops quantities. There's 6 floors. Heavy ammo drop quantities. 6 floors, 6 chests. Ammo box 12. Supply drop 18. Llamas are 90. Whoa. Okay, floor. That's for the heavy ammo, never mind. I thought it was something for something else. Going on, rearranged the order in which pieces fall off the player's built structure as they are damaged, they fall off. Increase the number of loot spawns on the warm-up island. Remove the 30 FPS for mode from Xbox One and PS4. They removed that, so it's only 60 FPS. In Volume 3.4, we made some significant GPU optimizations which improved the visual quality, including resolution and 60 FPS mode, and we now feel there is very little reason to play at 30 FPS, the developer commented. So it's only 60 FPS. Bug fixes for the game mode, or gameplay. Fixed open treasure chest, sometimes appearing as unopened when viewed from a very far distance. Fixed an issue which caused revived players to become stuck in the invalid state if a building piece was placed between the two players in the middle of the revive. Okay. Bullseyes will no longer appear after the challenge has been completed. So if you were complaining about Bullseye still being there if you complete the challenge already, it's no longer going to be in the game. Fixed an issue that caused players headgear to appear to float above their heads. So I've seen this glitch before where their headgear would be like 10-15 feet up in the air if they're in a base, something like that. So they fixed that. Fixed a rare issue that caused players to lose their ability to control their character after jumping from the bus. They fixed that. Fixed an issue that caused bushes and other environment objects to pop in and out of view at medium range. So they fixed that. For mobile, added unsported device message at startup for certain devices. That message is, "We are sorry, Fortnite requires a device with 2 GB of memory to run." Fortnite works with iPhone SE, 6S, 6S Plus, 7, 7 Plus, 8, 8 Plus, X, iPad Mini, 4, Air 2, 2017 Pro. Okay, added a new game data download system which will allow us to make much smaller updates in the future. When you start up this new version of Fortnite, it will start downloading at the game data, which will be the full size around 1.8 gigabytes. Analyzing 4x MSAA is now enabled on all supported devices. Whispers and party text chat are now enabled on mobile. Added a quick tutorial for tap and swing which appears upon first startup. Added a message informing players that jailbroken devices are not supported. Auto opening of doors is now based on input instead of your player's current speed. Bug fixes for the mobile. Constantly attacking with the harvesting tool is now more constant when double tapping and holding a right side of the screen. The left fire button is now more reliable and responsive. Opening treasure chests now feels more responsive. Fix various and consistency with tap to shoot, making it more accurate. Fix the mini-map blocking movement and look input. He fixed an issue which caused a misfiring when single tapping of screen and interacting with the HUD. Fix some issues causing tap plus hold action to not register. Fix longer than expected loading times for the iPhone X. Fixed a crash and that could occur when tapping the Epic Friends list rapidly. Fix impulse grenades effects not being visible enough on low settings. Turbo building and automatic material swapping settings now save correctly. And weapon and consumables drops can no longer be auto picked up by the dropping player. That's for the mobile. Performance. Major netcode optimization to reduce lag. Improved game responsive by updating all players on the server every frame. Previously, only 50 players could be updated each frame. Reducing lag at the beginning of the match by optimizing networking to improve overall service frame rate. Made significant improvements to visual quality on console, including resolution improvements and texture sharpness improvements. They improved texture flittering sharpness on PS4 and Xbox One, increased texture resolution on Xbox One, improved frame rate when many other players are nearby, instead of that lag, because this would be a good example if you are going to Tilted Towers. There's always going to be a lot of players there, and right when I land or about to land, it freezes. It says that it's going to improve that. They fixed a hitching that could occur in the game when encountering certain cosmetics items for the first time. Now for the UI. Party suggestions for the Epic Friends now appear in the lobby on consoles. They added a zoom feature to the map. Mouse wheel will zoom in and out. Gamepad right trigger zooms in and left trigger zooms out. Touch, pinch to zoom in, swipe to pan. The elimination feed now displays the distance for shots that knock down or eliminate other players beyond 50 meters for all weapons now. Bug fixes. Fix an issue which caused downed squad mates to appear eliminated on the UI. Fixed an issue that prevented marker placements on the map of if the map was open while transitioning from the warm-up island to the bus. Fixed an issue that prevented players from placing mini-map markers close to the edge of the island. They fixed that. Game mode selector will no longer reset to squads when a new party member joins while another mode was selected. So if you're playing a limited time mode like the sniper shootouts, they said they fixed that when a person joins, it would automatically switch to squads. That did happen, and so if a player would have joined, it would still stick to the new limited time mode. Fix an issue while causing the ping value of inaccurate when show net stats was enabled. When using the inverted controls option, the mouse cursor will no longer be inverted while the map is open. Art and animation, polished weapons, particle effects for improvement clarity, bullet smoke trails are more detailed for rifles and pistols, making it slightly easier to determine the direction of the shot fired across your view. Sniper rifle projectiles that hit the world have larger, more visible impact effects. Shotgun pellets, trails, and player hit effects have been adjusted to more clearly show the spread of each shot and make it easier to see how much of it hit the enemy. Suppressed weapons have a much more subtle muzzle flash and no longer show bullet smoke trails. Pump shotgun and hand cannon fire animations have been polished, improving readability and snappiness. Bug fixes for the art and animation. Fixed the glow effect on some chests that were glowing white. Fixed an issue which caused the crossbow reload animation to play in certain in situations where it wasn't actually reloading. Audio removed the crip sound of landing supply drops. Added hit notifications sounds when the player were spectating lands a shield, body, and or headshot hit. For the bug fixes for the audio, the tire pile bounce sound will now play while spectating players. Crossbow bolts no longer play Valentine sound effects when hitting players. Search sound effects now precise for the full duration when searching loot llamas. Fixed an issue that made players' landing sound difficult to hear if footsteps audio was also playing. So they fixed all that for the audio. Now going down to Save the World. For the gameplay, Combat Pro is now an available control scheme option. Sprinting no longer costs energy. Dying and destruction no longer reduces the durability of your equipped weapons. Container search speed has been increased. Player no longer take full damage on the hoverboard when landing on a speed boost pad. Crafting ingredients stack limits increase from 99 to 200. Existing items will not automatically restack. You can condense pack or stacks by dropping and picking up items or transferring between backpack and storage. Increased trap stack limit from 20 to 200 stacks of traps. For the missions and systems, the new Sprint and On questline, the Three Husketeers, the grand finale of Spring It On is here, bringing huge explosions, epic mini boss fights, and the Mrs. Bunny Penny Legendary Constructor questline reward. Special springtime theme Trojan Bunny mission. Fight 3 storm mini bosses in one fight. Find the best strategy to defeat the evil trio. The first upgrade llama purchase is now free. All players who have already completed the Loot Llama tutorial will also receive a free upgraded llama. This change was made to address the issue where some players were unable to progress through the Loot Llamas tutorial if they spent V-Bucks to make a Battle Royale purchase before completing the tutorial. Upgraded llamas and other activities can now provide players with deep choices. Note, this only applies to normal llamas and not event llamas. A deep choice event will allow players a second choice after they make their first choice from a card. Epic and legendary rarity cards of these types of now regularly have been deep choices. Range weapons, thematic, melee weapons, thematic, trap, thematics, heroes. Doubled appearance rate of the troll / llama. The troll stash now guarantees at least one epic thematic or one legendary thematic and one epic or legendary survivor of any type. Increased amount of evolution materials rewarded from mission completion. A location where materials is introduced by 10%. Example, drop of rain in Stonewood. One location later 25% higher. 2 locations 50%. 3 locations 100%. Drops of rain in Twine Peaks. Mission alerts have been adjusted to keep them in line with these new values. All missions in the game are now award some amount of XP across the commander levels. Missions can no longer turn gray. Missions that would have previously appeared gray to a player will now appear green. Thus, the player will now never encounter a mission that increases the award XP altogether as you play down level. XP awards have been made more generously when playing down level. At their lowest rate, players will receive 30% of their normal XP rewards. Moving on to mission alerts. Increased number of firecracker tickets received by completing group missions alerts from 60 to 150 to 100 to 240, scaled based on zone difficulty. Going forward, events that featured mutant, storm, and mini boss missions alerts will reward 100 to 200 tickets as well. Refocus mini bosses missions alerts towards transform keys and higher rarity items. Greatly increased the chance of transformed keys to appear. Massively increased the chance for higher rarity items to appear. Example, in Twine Peaks, legendary transform keys have a 15% chance to be chosen as an alert reward, up from a 1% chance, so it went up 15 times the amount of chances. Slightly increased the V-Bucks on mini bosses missions alerts. Increase the mini llamas awarded from 1 to 2 in Plankerton and higher. Moderately reduce the chance of mini boss mission alerts to choose evolution materials as the extra reward. Those who increased on mutant storms instead. Reduce the chance of mini boss mission alerts to choose XP as the extra reward. Removed crafting ingredients from the reward list. Removed various items that were too low rarity for their area. Example, no rare survivors in Twine Peaks. Canny Valley and Twine Peaks missions reward boost. Survivor/hero/thematic XP. Canny starts at 8.4% increase with a difficulty of a maximum of 25%. Twine starts at 25% increased difficulty to maximum to 39%. Refined resources piles, like the piles of wood, metal, beams, etc. now properly scale the amount of wood, stone, metal they drop based on their size. Some bug fixes with missions and systems. Corrected an issue which could cause the players to be able to use triangle walls that were inverted from the pattern that built the radar displays as required. Fixed an issue where some traps weren't guaranteed score when activated. Jump pads, defender post, and boost pad world drops now drop in later zones. Fixed an issue with walls. Launcher trap not triggering when a tier 3 wooden floor was placed next to it. Fixed spelling error in the creature feature quest description. Survivor on top of the vehicle is invulnerable once again until the vehicle is destroyed. Fixed gate missions awarding the participation badge twice on the mission failure. So now moving down to weapons and items. Remote explosive has been added. Go and blow something up remotely. Use fire to place an explosion. Alt fire to detonate all at once you have placed. They can blow up structures aside from the ones your teammate has built. In addition to enemies, note they cannot hurt objectives. Sorry, my bad. They can also detonate when they take damage from weapons. These are found in the world and do not persist past the end of the mission. Reducing the chance of the following weapons perks being rolled to about 30% of what it was before. Damage versus affliction, damage versus slow to snared, damage to stun / knockback / dragger. Critical damage was versus affliction. Boost pad crafted cost should now be comparable to other movement pads. Defenders have been some balanced adjustments. Melee and range critical chance perk increased from 9 to 15%. Melee range critical damage perks increased from 24 to 54%. Range clip size perk increased from 20% to 30%. Ammo saves size perk increased from 12% to 23%. Defender health shield and shield regen increased from 20 to 24%. Melee weapon damage perk increased from 10% to 12%. Specific weapon damage perks increased from 12% to 15%, including assault pistols, shotguns, snipers, axes, hammers, clubs, scythes, spears, and swords. Significantly increased the defender's accuracy and standardized defender firing rate for all range weapons. Bug fixes corrected an issue which could cause the flame grill trap to deal less damage when intended at higher evolutions. Added a potential fix for the issue with floating ceiling electric traps. The trap will be slightly lower than the surface of the ceiling it is placed on, and the camera will again collide with the trap. Moving down to the heroes, Rabbit Raider has been added. Legendary reskin of the Soldier's Raider subclass has been added to the event store. Mrs. Bunny Penny, legendary reskin of the Constructor Plasma Specialist subclass, can be accurately or acquired by completing the Spring Add-on questline. Mantis Leap's energy cost has been reduced from 50 to 20. As part of the removing of the energy required for sprint, we have removed the phase energy perk. Outlanders with phase energy have had that perk replaced with a different phase shift perk. Phase Scout Jess is level 12 perk. Phase energy has been replaced with phase shield. Phase shield, phase shift, forcing the shield to regenerate for 4 seconds. Your shield will regenerate even if you continue to take damage, but will only regenerate 20% of the regular rate. Shamrock Outlanders, level 15 perk, Physic energy has been replaced with Phase Runner. Phase Runner increased movement speed by 25% for 4 seconds after using Phase Shift, improving the functionality of the Recycling perk. Recycling will now take into account the level of building near bases. Level 1 building are worth 1 building piece. Level 2 buildings are worth 3 building pieces. Level 3 buildings are worth 6 building pieces. Recycling now requires 3 building pieces of the same material, reducing from 5 to generate 1 of the appropriate resources. Hyper threading now improves recycling to only need 2 building pieces of the same material, reduced from 3 to generate 1 of the appropriate resources. Hat and backpack are now added to the Shamrock Reclaimer. Hat is added at star level 2. Backpack is added at star level 3. Now for the bug fixes. Corrected an issue which could cause corrosive blades damage to cap out at 10,000. This damage is now scaling as intended. Corrected an issue which could cause a corrosion tactical perk damage to cap at 10,000. This damage is now scaling at intended. Corrected an issue which could cause the boomstick perk of going commando to have incorrect effects. Energy effects should now always cover the gun as intended. They fixed an issue that caused ninjas throwing stars to not do damage at close range. Fixed a crash when viewing the 5-star epic and legendary versions of the following heroes: Commando Remaz, Guardian Penny, Blue Streak Assassin Ken, Trailblazer AC, and Trailblazer Jess. They fixed an issue that gave the rare version of the Lunar Constructor and Outlander heroes level 25 to and 30 perks. Fixed an issue causing the vulnerability icon from deliberating shots to reappear on enemies that no longer have the effect. They fixed an issue with the hammer critical chance perk for constructioners not working with the dragon's first hammer. Epic Sarah Claus now has the correct medical fumes perk at level 12 instead of Dragon Days. Fixed an issue with Trail of the Dragon dealing less damage on the first instance of damage. Fixed an issue with the recycling perk of the constructor's base where it could reward wood even when there were no wood pieces in range of the base. Fixed an issue where the maximum amount of resources collected per minute was not being displayed in the recycling perks tooltip. The following issues with smoke bombs have been addressed. Smoke bombs now correctly spawn in the locations that it explodes instead of the player's location. The projectile no longer adds players' velocity while being thrown. Smoke screen effects only happen to players when they're within the AOE volume. Removed window buttons from Defender post ammo count panel. They changed skill tree tooltip in the bonus section of the supply drop. The text should read contains at least one instead of get extra one. Now moving down to the UI, updated animations on the main tabs. Bug fixes. Fixed a crash that could occur when adding friends after a match. Fixed an issue that caused hero stats in the all stats page to appear at 0%. Improving controller navigation for the skill description panel on the skill tree. Corrected an issue which could cause the rarity color displayed on the 15% trap damage perk to be gold instead of blue. Removed more action from backpack and storage screen. This option wasn't able to on gamepad and hasn't been designed for these screens. They fixed some cases where stackable items might not be added on the largest available partial stack. Now moving down for art and animation. Change the dragon's might firing animation to have less aggressive recoil. And for audio, added new UI sounds to the collection book, storage locker, and skill tree purchases. If you guys did enjoy today's video, please leave a like, and if you're new, subscribe for more daily content like this on my channel. And I'll see you guys next time.